So I do want to apologize for not filming anything lately, but school is back in session. I'm in my senior year, and I am honestly ready to graduate. But because grid life is this weekend, and I had to finish moving all of my stuff to Orlando, I just didn't get around to filming. But I did get a bunch of stuff done to the S13. Namely, I was able to wire in my oil temp and oil pressure gauges, as well as fix my AFR that was kind of not reading correctly. Luckily, my boy Josh, everyone's favorite Filipino, was able to come and help me this weekend, which was, super awesome of him. And additionally, I was able to get my passenger seat and driver's seat installed. Yes, it had the driver's seat in it before, but I wanted to order other rails that allowed me to sit lower. Well, push comes to shove, the new rails didn't end up working. I still sat too high, and my head would rub up against this top rail on the roll cage. And yes, I need to tuck a couple more wires up underneath the dash, but everything is pretty much all squared off. I was able to meet with someone local that gave me a couple of tips on HP tuners, which is what I'm using to tune the car. And from what the tuner had said, he said everything looked pretty good, so I should be good for grid life. Crossing my fingers on that one, especially because I'm drifting grid life with, pretty much no experience drifting this car. But hey, it should be fun regardless. But Steven and I, even though Steven doesn't live here, he lives somewhere else. I know, sad face, I wish we lived together. We are going to take this car to class, and he's gonna drive. Let's do it. Gotta flip the kill switch. Oh yeah, give it a little bit of gas and you'll be good. The power of the LS1.
I like four bangers.
Having no AC is killing me right now, but that's something Steven's not foreign to. Let's just hope the car doesn't overheat. Sitting at this red light is absolutely killing me right now. There's no air moving. I feel like I'm roasting in an oven. I think that's a pretty good comparison. Oh, it's just too hot. Just drift around the traffic, come on.
All right, you say so.
We are sitting at about a toasty, 175, 178, close to 180. So I went ahead and turned on the fan. I really don't know what a good operating temp is for LS1s, but I like to keep it under 180. I mean, I'm pretty sure your car's faster when you get into boost. I just have that low end torque.
Yeah, I'd like to see it side by side.
Yeah, let's line up, boy. How you doing? LS brothers, aren't we?
Oh, I know.
It's just I can't deal with driving without AC. I'm dying.
Actually, I had it in mind for a long time.
Now it's out?
I blew the compressor. And then when I put the roll cage in, all the vents.
Okay, yeah, you had to take them all out. For those of you that don't remember, I've tandemed with Matt quite a bit. LS1, you said you're making about 400 wheel?
Yeah, down at 401.
401.
Done a couple things since then, so I don't really know what it's
Okay, well, you're making more power than me, that's for sure.
A little bit.
But we figured that we would come to this barbecue place to grab some food before class, so why not? All right, we got all of our food. Steven and I are keeping an eye on our backpacks that are just chilling with the windows down in the car. You better be ready to run out there and beat someone's butt if they come and steal it.
No, that's you. I just drive.
Yeah. See ya. I want my LS to sound like that. Matt actually said that good temp is around, what, 210? 210-ish?
Yeah, he said 210, 215.
So we're not overheating like I thought.
No, not
We're
at all,
good.
Actually.
All right, I'm dropping off Steven to school.
Yeah.
Bye, son.
Bye.
Don't forget your backpack. You got it? Oh, it's back here.
Into the ass.
Cage cars for the win, huh?
Yeah, right?
All right, see you, dude. Uh-oh, I'm probably going to scrape here. Hopefully not. I swear, even being in a parking garage just gets way too hot in here. And I gotta make sure I gotta put all the windows up. And we'll go ahead and take off the steering wheel for good measure. I mean, I really don't want to be that guy, like carrying my wheel to class. But Orlando is just such a sketchy place. It's an easy smash and grab. Even though all my door locks work, still, I'm not about to risk it, especially right before grid life. Isn't she so pretty though? I need to get that ambush drift banner on her, that's for sure. That's a nice BRZ. Oh, I like those wheels. Spaced out a little bit on the rear, I think. Sweet. All right, fast forward a couple hours, Joanne and I are just going through the car, tucking some of the wire that's just hanging down. One thing that I did run into is putting these 17-inch wheels on with these 25mm spacers. Because the Heim joint on the outer tie rod end is a lot longer, that's why there are 18s up front. It gives you that extra clearance. And unfortunately, these 17s don't. And that's exactly why I bought these spacers. But what happens is the end of the studs on the car extend far past the thickness of this spacer, and there's not enough back spacing on the back side of the RPF1 right here to tuck those extra length studs. You see these little spots right here? It's just not deep enough. So super last minute, I ordered some 35mm spacers, which I think should give me that clearance, as well as the lovely lobster fitment that everyone loves. Well, at least that I love. I don't know about all of you guys. And I'm cutting it pretty close, given the fact that I will be leaving for Grid Life Thursday. The spacers ship Thursday, so please, Amazon, don't let me down here. And you see these 370Z wheels right here? I'm selling these because I bought a set for $300 with tires. They're 18x8 plus 43 offset, but what I can use are the rears. And I have those in the back of the truck. You know, with everything else that I've prepped for Grid Life. They're right there. Believe it or not, those 370Z rear wheels are 18x9 plus 15 offset. So that gives, you know, a pretty good stance on an S13, at least in terms of a drift spare on the rear. So because the ambush drift that I have is a teal color, we figured it might just be best to take off the old banner. I didn't want to, but I want to put it on the E36. I think it'd look cool. All right, peeling back the ambush. There's quite a bit of sparkle on it. I'm a fan, even though it does kind of look a tad bit girly, just a little bit.
Fits you well.
Fits me well, what the heck? Not bad, not bad. So the regulator's old banner is on the E36, and Chris had the good idea to just take off the RE, half of that G to make it look like a C, and then the S. We got the see you laters here. Dude, yeah. It's because the E36 is fast, isn't it?
Oh, it's so quick.
German engineering at its finest.
Right? The ultimate driving machine.
Okay, so I am all dressed up in my winter clothes, pretty much. Jacket and pants. What for? And what is that noise in the background? That is actually Chris's brand new 2017 Ninja
ZX10R.
ZX10R. And I am about to go for a ride on it, while Joan follows in the LS1 S13. And it looks like Zach just got back from work. He's gonna go ahead and hop in the car with Joan.
Look at Alan, oh my god. Lights on his butt.
Oh, dude, that thing, scary. We went, what, almost 210? 210 on that bike.
You went 210? No, you didn't.
You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about.
My car versus his car.
No.
Still faster and better. Economy daily. Which one gets more miles to the other?
Probably mine.
John, will you please get off of Chris's bike?
Whose bike? It's my house.
So I do not know how much I'm going to be able to film between now and Thursday when I drive up to Grid Life. I am going up to Grid Life with Matt, the blue BRZ that I drift with a lot, and that will be a lot of fun to go out there, camp out, and he'll be riding with me a lot, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.